SKANDOUZ, the Hip Hop Original, and this is now episode 2 of season 3 of the Head-to-Head series. And I'm joined by an absolute hip hop legend, you know, as an MC, as an actor, as an author, you know, just overall New York, Queens legend. I want to make him feel very, very welcome to the Connoisseurs of Hip Hop audience, the one and only Fredro Starr. How you doing, sir?
I'm chilling. What's going on? It's popping, world. London, Brooklyn, New York. Chilling, man. What's going on out there, man? Fish you ass, Honey Mad. You know we do Onyx for life. What's going on?
Yes, yes. So we usually kick off these interviews, man. The first question we always ask our guests is, Fedro Starr, how did you find yourself into hip hop?
I didn't have to find myself into hip hop. It was just hip hop. One thing, hip hop is not. It's nothing you can. It's not a job. It's not. Hip hop is a way of life. You know what I'm saying? When I walked outside my crib, it was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When I was 14 in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Walking down the street, that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a way of life. The way you choose to wear your clothes, the way you choose to talk, the way you choose to walk, your whole outlook on life through the music is just part of it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is graffiti. Hip hop is breakdancing. Hip hop is DJing. Hip hop is the knowledge and knowing what's going on. And hip hop, of course, most people see is rap. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop. I'm all of that. I'm everything except for a DJ, because I can't DJ. I'm the worst DJ. But I'm all of those things. You know what I'm saying? I am hip hop. Like KRS-One says, I am hip hop.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely, man. And what was it like? Obviously, I know it hits different when you've grown up in New York in the 80s, around the, you know, the embryonic stages of hip hop culture, man. What was that feeling like to be there while all these classic, legendary moments were happening?
See, it's crazy because I'm at an age where when I was young, there was no hip hop. There was, you know, I was there when hip hop was born. I saw it actually happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, they're born and it's already there already. I was there before that shit happened. There was no hip hop. Michael Jackson was the hottest shit going. Michael Jackson, Prince, those were the hot dudes. And then you got guys like Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Kumo D. These guys are coming in. You know, Grandmaster Flash and these guys, and Beat Street, break into movies. It shaped the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie Beat Street, I could probably say that was the movie that made me say, you know what? I want to be a rapper. I want to be more than just living the life of hip hop. I want to do a profession in hip hop. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a break dancer. You know what I'm saying? So movies like that. Crush Groove was another pivotal movie when we saw Run DMC and we saw LL Cool J and them dudes in that. That movie was important. You know what I'm saying? Because it made us want to reach higher. Like, yo, maybe one day I could be on a TV screen like that. Maybe one day I could be in a movie. You know what I'm saying? It gave us dreams.
Yeah. And what did it feel to you and your people growing up to see like the biggest group at the time, Run DMC, the biggest artist at the time, LL Cool J, and both of them were from Queens? What was that? How did that feel for you?
It felt ill. Like, you know, I'm from Brooklyn. Okay. I'm originally from Brooklyn, but I moved to Queens.
Yes.
I moved to Queens. I thought Queens was soft. I was like, when I first got there, I'm like, man, this shit is soft compared to Brooklyn. They got houses, you know, it's nice outside, you know. Brooklyn was more buildings and it was more grimy, you know what I'm saying? So moving to Queens was like moving to an upscale neighborhood, and the way I looked at it. But don't be mistaken, Southside Jamaica was the hood. Don't let the houses and the pretty lawns fool you, because it goes down in South Jamaica, Queens. So coming from Queens, when Run DMC and LL Cool J was screaming Queens, it made me be like, okay, Queens is not that soft. Queens got some dope rappers. Then I started repping Queens because that's where I was from. That's where I moved to. So I had to start repping Queens. So when we met Jam Master Jay, You know, we got signed to Jam Master Jay on our first record deal. You know, not our first, but our first album deal with Def Jam. And Jam Master Jay was on Def Jam, and he had a label through Def Jam, and then we got signed to Jam Master Jay, and now we're on Def Jam. He's from Hollis, Queens. We from Southside, Queens. So we just made Queens stronger. You know what I'm saying? LL, you know, that's the big homie. You know what I'm saying? Rock the bells. Yeah. So, you know, Queens got the best rappers.
Right.
I'm gonna argue that Queens got the best rappers in hip hop. And I want somebody to tell me different.
Man, I'm not arguing with you there, man.
Queens got the best rappers. I don't care what nobody say.
Wicked.
Head to head. Let's go head to head, man. Anybody.
Nice. So I mean, obviously you said you came in the game, you was doing a bit of breaking before you touched the mic. What is the origin of the name Fredro Starr? And was it the first name you came up with?
Nah, that wasn't the first name. I think my first graffiti name was Magic. And then it was Poet. You know what I'm saying? Fredro was just a hood name. That's the name I got in Jamaica, Queens, you know, just old dude just kept calling me that shit. Yo, Fredro. And everybody started calling me that. I was like, yo, that's not my name, bro. Like, stop calling me that. Then everybody started calling me that. I said, yo, I'm gonna just have to run with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they saying on the streets.
Yeah.
Fredro, you know what I'm saying? I put the star on top of it. Like Ringo Starr from the Beatles. I was like, Fredro Starr. Okay, that works. You know what I'm saying? And I just ran with it.
Nice, man. So as a group, Onyx, man, in the 90s had some of the most legendary, like riot starting records, man. And even being in a couple of those mosh pits myself, nearly, you know, getting my jaw broke. You know, it's like, what is it to have these timeless classics, man, that will never die? You know, what was the feeling?
We went to London. The first time we went to London, we shut the whole city down. It's in the papers. I'm sure you can just Google it. But yeah, we went to London, and it was, I think that the club held like 1,000 people, and it was like 10,000 people outside. It was just crazy. Like, it was a riot. Yo, this is crazy in London. It made the front page of the news and all of that. We just knew we had it. We the energy we had, you know what I'm saying? And then getting with Run DMC and Jam Master Jay backing us. Come on, we Run DMC was the biggest things in hip hop. I mean, these guys are like the Michael Jacksons of hip hop to us. You know what I'm saying? They had the movies, the big records, Suck MCs, My Adidas, all that. You know what I'm saying? So being with Jam Master Jay and Run DMC, we knew we had the juice. We knew we had the power behind us. We knew Def Jam was behind us. You know what I'm saying? Russell pulled up to the video. We got Russell and Throw Your Guns video. We had Def Jam behind us. We knew what we had. And all we had to do was just go on stage and project it. And we knew we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the energy and we love to perform. Like, I think we got one of the best shows in hip hop. I mean, you know, what we do on an hour on stage, I don't think a lot of hip hop artists can do what we do, because we have a lot of energy, you know what I'm saying? And we combine that with the music, not just standing on stage rapping. But we learned that from Run DMC, how they came out, superstar shit.
Yeah, of course, man, 100%, man. And what is it that separates like artists like yourself from, like, I guess the younger generation artists that don't necessarily have that extra grit, you know, that real like energy?
No, I mean, I guess like you said, the younger generation is always, but there's always an Onyx. No matter what year, there's always some loud motherfuckers screaming with the energy. You know what I'm saying? It is. You can go right now. There's a new group right now that's screaming and going crazy. You just gotta find them. You know, they there, but you know, radio and people tend to like to a different type of format right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming back to that.
Right.
The real rap, coming back to the grimy shit, coming back to where hip hop was. When we started, hip hop was something that you can learn from. You know what I'm saying? You can hear like, yo, you heard what he said? Yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna go by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now the music that you're hearing, like in the forefront, I guess, like the popular music, popular music. Yeah, they don't give you no food to eat. It's nothing to digest. It's nothing to learn from. It's nothing to say, you know, unless you want to learn how to mix your lean up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But nah, man. When we came out, it was all about the Rakims, you know, the Karis ones, the G-Raps, the Slick Ricks. These are the guys that we were learning from.
Right. So with saying that, what do you think, like platforms like the Versus, do you think it's important for the culture?
Yeah, Versus is very important, man. You know, it's definitely, it grew from what it started. You know, it started organically in a pandemic, and people had no choice but to like be on their phones. You know what I'm saying? And now it's totally different from what it started. And I mean that in a better way, because now there's no more pandemic. People don't really care about it on their phones no more, but we outside. So now you can do the Verses at the LA Forum with 20,000 people now. You know what I'm saying? You can do the Verses at the Madison Square Gardens and shit like that now. So, you know, this is the biggest Verses. And this is definitely big for the culture because everybody tunes in. All rappers, everybody just tunes in, putting their comments, they fire emojis up, whatever they gonna do, however they watching it, you know what I'm saying? And it's for the culture.
Yeah. It definitely brings the people together, man. So what particular Verses, sorry, go on, finish. You say?
No, then I was gonna say you got Swiss Beats, Timberland, the founders of it. They making sure that the talent is coming through. They got the approval.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's very important because it's not like a corporation bought the brand and they're just putting what they think should be on there because, you know, once that happens, it loses the value. So it's good that they have to sign off on all the acts because they know hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They for the culture. If there was somebody else in this who was not by the culture, you might have fucking this dude performing. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, come on, man, that's not it.
Yeah.
But it's for the culture, yeah.
Right. And were there any particular like Verses that stuck out to you for like good or bad reasons that you thought, you know?
I mean, the first Verses with RZA and DJ Premier, that was, to me, that was a classic. Even though it was, like I said, in the pandemic and shit, that was the classic for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a producer, I do beats. I just produced a new Onyx album called Onyx Verse Everybody, dropping May 13th. Produced the whole shit. This year, 2022, I'm gonna have 100 production credits on all DSPs. 100.
Wow.
That's what I said. I said, you know what? I want to do 100 beats this year. And then next year we'll figure out how much we might do 200. But we working, man, you know what I'm saying? And that was a good Verses for me. The intro Verses with Primo and RZA.
Nice. But in terms of the stage show Verses, do any of them ones stick out to you as well?
The Locks, you know, the Locks and Jada, they set the Verses off where it was like, okay, we not rhyming over no damn beats. We not rhyming over the vocals. Like they did a real show. What I was always saying, I was like, yo, if I ever do Verses, I can't rhyme over my rhyme. I don't even, I've never done that in my life. I was like, so I'm glad the Jadakiss, he smoked the shit. You know what I'm saying? Classic freestyle, the whole shit. Shout to that was New York.
Yeah.
That was, you know what I'm saying? That was the Locks and Dipset. That was the best one. As far as, and of course the KRS one and Big Daddy Kane was cool. They did their one too, but yeah, you know, the Locks and Dipset that shit reminded me of like the Tunnel, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Grimy niggas is wilding and shit. But I think with Onyx and Cypress Hills, we share the same type of music, that mosh pit music. You know, like we got that music that make motherfuckers want to bang their fucking head on the wall.
Right.
This Verses, Onyx, Cypress Hill is gonna be ill. Plus, those my brothers. We smoke, we chill, all that. Everything is good.
Wicked. So whose decision was it to choose Cypress Hill as your opponents? Or was it your first choice or?
That was my first choice was MOP for sure, because that was everybody's choice. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. You know, so the next choice would definitely be Cypress Hills in my book. You know what I'm saying? And it happened. You know, we pushed for it. Shout to my man Alan Grunblatt. You know what I'm saying? E1, he pushed for it. My man Iceman. Cypress Hills team was pushing for it, and we got it done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. So now, like, obviously, prior to this coming together, like, we all the artists have probably thought, you know what, if I was to do a verses, this is what I'd do, this is what we wouldn't do. Now that it's an actual reality that is happening, has your strategy changed, or how do you feel about it now?
My strategy never changes for war. Kill, kill, kill. Nah, actually we building, and it's just we gonna keep doing what we doing. We don't want to really experiment, because we know, like I said, we got one of the best shows ever. Yeah. So we gonna do what we do. It's nothing to rehearse. We've been rehearsing for 30 years for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we did all the rehearsals for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
You know, and strategy, you know, we got our strategy, and
Right. Yeah, man. And I mean, these battles, even though they call them battles, they more feel like a celebration of the culture, and celebrating Onyx, celebrating Cypress Hill. So is there any, like, I guess, you know, tactics to kind of bring that more grimy, you know, confrontational element to it, or is it just going to be a celebration?
Listen, man, if we got to get grimy, man, we might have to get grimy with a freestyle or something. You know what I'm saying? Most likely we'll definitely do a little freestyle or something. You know what I mean? That's just hip hop. You got to give them some extra. But I doubt it. I think it's just gonna be a celebration and just rocking out. You know what I'm saying? The Jamaicans been doing this for years, man. You pull the speakers out. We've been doing this for hip hop. They've been putting speakers in the park. You got your speakers. He got his speakers. Who got the loudest? It's battle. It's been going on since the Roman times. Battles, man. This is it. It's a battle.
Right. So I guess, I mean, is there a particular track from Cypress Hill that you're concerned about if they play it?
Nah, I like all Cypress Hill tracks. I love it.
Yeah.
I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. They like our music. We like their music. You know, we gonna do what we do. But when Slam come on, that shuts everything down. I don't care what nobody say. When Slam come on, everybody shut down. It's just shut down. It's over.
Right.
Straight like that. They can't know with nothing bigger than Slam.
Man. So, I mean, over the last, 30 years, have you guys ever toured with Cypress Hill, or have there ever been any, like, clashes in the past, or?
Yeah, we seen them in a lot of big stages, you know, a lot of festivals overseas. We see them, you know, going to the dressing room, getting smoked out and all that. Those dudes, we've been in the game for 30 years, so we've been crossed paths a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, on the stage, and they rock, we rock.
Right.
You know? Yeah, so, you know, it's gonna be dope. They do what they do, and we do what we do. But we know how we do it.
Right. So even bigger than the battle, I mean, this is going to be like a classic moment for just East Coast and West Coast coming together, because I don't think we've had a real East Coast, West Coast versus yet.
Yeah, we didn't want to really play off the East Coast, West Coast, because we're on the West Coast. So we had a disadvantage if we want to play that game. So, like I said, Cypress Hills, they might have LA, but we're going to have the internet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the world, nigga, because the way we going to put on this show, the world going to be like, yo, these niggas, even if you never even heard of Onyx, we want you to see what we do, and then you might start liking what you see and dive into the history of Onyx and what we've been doing for the past 30 years. Because like you said, a lot of kids, they never heard of us. You know, a lot of these young kids, they never heard of Cypress Hills. You know what I'm saying? I got kids 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we've been in the game for a long time, for a minute. But it's always good to have platforms like this where you can grow your fan base and do what you do, because regardless, Cypress Hill fan or Onyx fan, I got an ill show. If you Cypress Hill fan, you're gonna love what I'm doing, because what we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? No way you could be like, nah, I ain't like that. What? Yeah. If you like this, you're gonna love this shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you like that, you're gonna love this.
Right. So, I mean, I know you don't want to expose any of the strategies, but are there going to be any surprises or any special guests?
We got a surprise guest, man. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, a couple of things that we gonna, you know, we got a couple of things, but I don't want to talk about that. I just want people to tune in May 14th.
Yeah.
See the biggest and the baddest verses so far. This is the biggest and the baddest because this one, they put boxers with it. So you're going to see boxers, then you're going to see the verses, and then you're going to see the main fight. They mixing it up with the boxers. Shout to the Vargas family. Evander Holyfield's son is fighting. And this other, I don't know this other boxer, but he's like big heavyweight dude. But yeah, this is boxing and rapping together.
Nice.
So this is the biggest one. We ready, man. We ready to go. I'm about to go run up the hill right now. This is like training right now, man.
Yeah. And that's another thing these younger artists need to learn, man. You guys bring the energy for over an hour straight. Like, no.
I just spoke some of this right here, this slam right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm about to go run up the hill. So,
so
yeah, we about to get ready. This is training right now.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. And definitely want to wish you a belated happy birthday, because you just had a birthday, right?
Yeah, 420. Nah, 418, but you know, I always say 420.
Celebrate on 420.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. So I mean, so how do you feel like physically now as an artist these days, man? Because I mean, we're seeing an increasing number of artists that say they probably, like, by the time they get to 50, they'll put the mic down. But we're seeing an increasing number of artists even take it to the next level when they hit that milestone, man. So what is it that drives you to keep going at such a high level?
Fucking kids, man. These kids, they want, the kids is expensive, man. Nah, it's just something that I do. You know what I mean? This is what I do for, like, I feel good as far as health-wise. We can still tour. We're doing a world tour right after Versus. We're going to South America, Europe, all types, Australia, whatever. So I still feel like I could do it. You know what I'm saying? I look at dudes like the KRS's and the Rakims, they still performing. Those dudes is at least 5 years older than me. So they on it, why would I stop? You know what I'm saying? Those are my inspiration. Chuck D, all them niggas still performing. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube performing. Ice fucking billionaire. Like, he don't need to perform. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. He loves hip hop. He don't gotta perform.
Yeah.
He for the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I see older guys still doing it, still pushing it at a high level, I'm gonna still push it at a high level.
Yeah. Nah, for real talk, man. Yeah.
I'm a Tom Brady of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. But I mean, as an artist, do you feel that you have anything else left to prove? Or have you?
And I don't have nothing left to prove. Like I said, I'm just killing the NPC right now, doing my beats. I just put out a goal. I said I want to do 100 songs on DSP this year, and I'm up to like 75. So shout to my man Smooth Calhoun, his album is done. Jazzmatic album, my solo album is done. Onyx, Everybody album done. Johnny Vogue EP done. Ricky Bass EP done. Shout to Manola Rose, his EP done. Shout to Waste P, his album is getting done right now. Just terminology, you know what I'm saying? Just working with a lot of different artists and just trying to grow the production shit, because a lot of people don't know I produced Last Days, which to me is a classic beat in hip hop. It was an 8 Mile, countless freestyles. Last Days, one of those beats. So, well, you know, I'm like, damn, Eminem rhymed on Last Days, one of the greatest rappers ever. You know what I'm saying? Rapping on my beat. So I might have something here. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep doing what I'm doing. So
yeah,
I'm back on my bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm happy to hear there's another solo album coming, man, because you're definitely, your solo catalog is serious, man.
Jazzmatic solo album is crazy. I just use a lot of jazz samples, a lot of clean drums, way different from the Onyx album. The Onyx album, I try to get the dirtiest drums. Nigga, I'm sampling 45s and shit, the dirtiest records. Like,
nice.
Onyx versus everybody, May 13th.
So what would you say is the Onyx's legacy?
Onyx legacy is the Mad Face Invasion. Onyx legacy is we brought the energy to hip hop. That's it. We brought the energy to hip hop.
Nice. Okay.
That's how, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time, man. And we look forward for you coming over there. When are you coming to the UK? What?
I think very soon. I think we're setting it up right now. It might be in June, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get some solid food.
Wicked, man. We look forward to seeing you in June, man. And all the best for the verses. We know you're gonna smash it. We know you're gonna win. So
we gotta practice. We practiced 30 years, man. It's time to go, man.
Amazing. Peace, brother. All the best.
Shalom.
Shalom.